Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, here are the 6 major revelations and surprises from Succession Season 4, Episode 8, which is currently airing. The episode centers on a tense political race night plot. With a couple of episodes remaining in Succession's last season, Season 4 is finally drawing to an end and things are really starting to heat up. Here is a breakdown of what happened in Succession Season 4, Episode 8, including its main surprises, and what they will mean for the rest of the series. Episode 8 is one of the most interesting and significant episodes of the television series of all time. The final few stories of the cherished HBO parody drama series, Succession, are being wrapped up in Season 4, and Episode 8 of that season finally provides answers to some of the show's most pressing problems. Season 4 has already been an emotional, exciting ride, with episodes detailing the GOJO transaction, the ups and downs of Shiv and Tom's romance, and even the unforeseen passing of Succession villain Logan Roy. The start of Season 4, Episode 8, takes place the night prior to Logan's burial, which also happens to be the political race night. These are the episode's key revelations, which add to the tension created by the clashing viewpoints and diverse interests. Brayden and Roman understand Shiv and Matsson's reality. The GOJO transaction, where Logan Roy passed away in the midst of Lucas Matsson's acquisition of Waste Royco, has been one of Succession's Season 4's most significant plotlines. Shiv has been discreetly supporting the acquisition despite the fact that Waste Royco co-CEOs Kendall and Roman Roy have been opposed to it. Shiv has been giving Lucas Matsson private information about Waste Royco's internal workings during Season 4, hoping to play her cards well and land a nice work at GOJO when the transaction closes. Despite working really hard of concealing her tracks as yet, Succession Season 4, Episode 8, ultimately reveals every bit of relevant information. Greg spent the night out with Lucas Matsson following the events of Succession Season 4, Episode 7. Greg learned about Shiv's scam there and made the decision to save it for later use as leverage. That didn't last lengthy, however, for in the last moments of Season 4, Episode 8, he quickly informs Kendall about Shiv's arrangement with Matsson. As Kendall is at present learning another of Shiv's falsehoods, this revelation makes his response much worse. Regardless of whether Kendall and Roman's response to this revelation was impulsive, they felt real anguish after learning of Shiv's treachery. This major cliffhanger demonstrated how Shiv's reality is collapsing around her. And Alex Menken as its new president. The focus of Season 4, Episode 8, is the tight presidential campaign between Republicans Jared Menken and Democrats Daniel Jimenez. The Wisconsin results planned to decide the race, yet there was an issue. Obscure numbers of notes were singed in a fire that broke out at one of the state's Democratic places. The consumed ballots were remembered to have flipped the state blue, giving Jimenez the president. Despite the fact that the results until to that second favored Menken, the Roy siblings and Tom had to make a decision. At the point when Tom was at a TN, Roman's political leanings provoked him to argue that a TN should call the race in Menken's favor, whereas Shiv felt that a TN should wait to announce the race since the Wisconsin votes would have changed the result. Tom is ultimately in charge of making the call to call the race in favor of Menken. This could have a significant impact since it will be incredibly harder to retract afterwards, which could expose ATN to several lawsuits. Menken will scuttle the GOJO deal, so Roman helps him win the presidency. Each Roy sibling has their own views on the political race, with Roman, a conservative strongly favoring Republican Jared Menken. Before the political decision, Roman and Menken were already dating, and they stayed in contact all through Season 4. However, the critical factor in Roman's backing is Menken's promise to reject the GOJO contract on the off chance that he wins the presidency. Roman's primary objective in earlier episodes was to keep Matsson from purchasing Waste Royco, and he has arrived at the conclusion that using Menken is the best technique to do this. Kendall has blended feelings about the presidential political race yet supports Roman. Kendall has had blended feelings in contrast to Roman, who is Genius Menken, and Shiv, who is Ace Jimenez. From one perspective, Menken will obstruct the GOJO deal, which will allow Kendall to keep his position as president of Waste Royco. Conversely, Kendall is worried that his daughter would be damaged assuming Menken wins the campaign and thinks that Menken is a fascist. Shiv's falsehoods, be that as it may, force Kendall to change his position, and Kendall ends up siding with Roman and Menken. Later on, Kendall would probably lament this decision. However, for the time being, he conflicted with his emotions and sided with his cash. Connor withdraws from the presidential race to get compensation all through Succession Season 4. Connor Roy ran for president as the Libertarian candidate, despite realizing he was unable to win. Connor Roy would have liked to get 1% of the vote. Roman required Connor to withdraw from the contest because Menken's support was being disintegrated by Connor's. Connor initially resisted, however, on political decision night, he made up his brain to yield. Roman and Menken are thanking him for stopping, and Connor hopes to get work in Slovenia's administration. Be that as it may, Connor uses some strong language in his statement of resignation, perhaps affecting his supporter base to hazardous levels. Shiv finally informs Tom that she is anticipating their kid. Shiv's pregnancy has been quite possibly of the most popular hypothesis in Succession Season 4, with individuals imagining that she would bring forth Tom's kid by the conclusion of the season. Shiv finally admitted to Tom that she is to be sure expecting a kid in Succession Season 4, Episode 8. At the point when they were having a heated disagreement, she revealed that she had done this with an end goal to harm Tom. This was among the most sad scenes in the episode, since it demonstrates how far the once happy marriage has gone since Succession Season 1. This disclosure is one of Succession's critical events from Season 4, Episode 8. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.